Heartbeat is the all-in-one platform for community businesses. Every feature that you need to build a thriving community business, you're going to find inside of Heartbeat. So whether it's live discussions and chats, so your members can chat back and forth with each other, or courses, both static and cohort-based, so your members can learn inside the community, being able to run events, both in-person and virtual, being able to host a content library for your members, being able to actually collect payments directly through Heartbeat, whether it's for digital products or bigger subscriptions, even being able to just in a couple clicks create landing pages and sign-up pages, being able to run paid affiliate programs, and workflow automation that takes away all of the busy work of running a community. Whether you want to run email sequences or direct message sequences, all of that can be done in Heartbeat. So whether you're trying to build a larger customer community or a paid membership or a coaching community or even a knitting club or a cooking club or a running collective, all of that you can do really effectively inside of Heartbeat in a really thoughtful and intentional way. I'm Monetization, one of Heartbeat's founders, and I'm so excited to show you around the platform. Let's dive in. Inside your community, it's going to look a little something like this. The navigation is going to happen on the left sidebar over here where I can click through all the different apps that Heartbeat has. Over here, I'm looking at the threads and discussions that are inside my community, and these are broken down into different channels, kind of similar to like Slack and Discord. I can go ahead and create a new post if I wanted to, just add in some information over here. I can embed content if I wanted to. I could add in a poll. I can attach stuff over here. And if I wanted to, I could even schedule this post in the future and send this out on a different day. I can scroll through, see a little bit more about the stuff that other people have posted inside of my community. Over here, I've got a post with some comments over here. If I wanted to, I could add in a reaction over here. I can even, reply in line, and I can mention folks if I need to. So pretty easy for me to have all the functions that I'd want to as I'm chatting back and forth. I could even do like GIFs and attachments in the replies as well too, maybe drop in images. So pretty easy for me to go through. The different channels allow us to break conversation up into different topics, and we generally recommend that maybe like 3 to 5 channels as you're starting up your community. This one is one called the Pulse, where all of our announcements actually go in over here, and I can see, some like more rich text posts with, like video embeds and things like that. You can even send, direct messages through Heartbeat, and so your members can message you directly. Over here, Mayhole just sent me a message over here. I can go in and I can reply back with a GIF if I wanted to, and I can just do that. So pretty easy for me to have conversations back and forth. Next, I can check out my courses page on this left sidebar to see what courses are going to look like in Heartbeat. Over here, I've got a course that I've created. I can view what this looks like over here and see the full course spread. Now, this one I made as an evergreen course. It's $1 to get the course. The first 2 lessons are free, and then after that, the next 9 lessons, drip out over time. So it's pretty easy for me to build out these great courses. I can have on the right side these cards that link to like instructors, discussion channels, as well as one that links to like a weekly office hours event and pulls the next instance of the event. So it makes these courses really come alive through the community. I can preview what this looks like for my students, and I can see what a course lesson is actually going to look like directly inside of Heartbeat. I can also see what an assignment is going to look like as well too. This one's a public assignment, so students are going to submit the assignment, and it's actually going to go into a discussion channel where other people can comment, offer support, and offer feedback. And that's what we do, is we make sure that these courses are really nicely tied into the community. We can even make these courses paid. We can make them cohort-based courses and tie in some events into it. So sky's the limit in terms of how you can customize these courses for your community. Now let's check out the events section of my community by clicking on events over here. In here, I can go through and I can scroll through the different events that are already live inside of my community. I can click into one that looks like this just to see kind of what the event looks like. I've got the full guest list over here, so if I wanted to export this, I could do that as well too. And I can scroll down and see a little bit more information about the event description, copy the link, all of that good stuff. But where a lot of the real power comes in is, say I want to create an event. I could make a new attest event. I could run it in Zoom. I could then go through and choose who I want to invite to it. So I could make it private if I wanted to, or I could choose like specific groups of folks and, invite them only. I can make fully public events that I can now broadcast on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, wherever I want to have people outside of my community actually join the event. And I could make it paid for those folks if I wanted to. So if you're outside the community, you have to pay to get access to the event. I could even go through and automatically send calendar invites to all of the members that are going to receive this event. I can set up reminders, I can set up email reminders, and I could even kick off an automated workflow that says, hey, I'm so excited to have you at this event. Here's some pre-work before we kick off. So really easy for me to customize all these events and then customize all of the communication around them that's getting sent out to my members. Now let's check out the resources section of the document section in Heartbeat. You'll see that on your left sidebar over here. And this is what a document content library is really going to look like inside your community, where I've got these different cards, which are sections. In our customer community, the most popular section is these tutorial recordings, where we actually do recordings every week. We'll bring in a live expert to talk through some different piece of community building, and you can actually jump on, ask questions as well. So this is what these pages are going to look like. I can navigate through some of these like other subdocuments over here just to be able to click through and, be able to navigate around, find some stuff that's interesting to me, and be able to find all of the content that is going to be really valuable to me as I'm building and launching this community. But what's also really cool is we've got this universal search up here at the top. So I could type in the word, let's say monetization, and we're searching through every comment, every thread, every document in Heartbeat, and it can take me to these like monetization strategy tutorials where I can see every single tutorial that relates to growth and monetization, click on them, and get some value out of them too. So both by creating these really powerful documents and by being able to search through them, you can give your content a lot of longevity in Heartbeat. I can even run a full directory for my members where I've got a member directory, all of their bio and information is dropped in over here, and I can search through that if I wanted to. I could even add in some more filters over here if I needed to. So let's say I want to find someone that's really interested in cooking. I could scroll through and just type this in and find anybody in my community where they have that in their bio. We have some really cool stuff with our onboarding that allows you to actually automatically ask questions that get added to the user bio. So this way you always have rich profiles of a ton of information on your members. Another thing that's unique to Heartbeat is I can even automate matchups between members, which will automatically connect them based off different rules that I set up in this matchmaking. So I could set this up on a recurring schedule. I can have it run bi-weekly. I can send out emails that connect these folks, and I can even set up rules of how folks are actually connected to each other. So obviously there's some great features to help your members get the most out of Heartbeat, but there's also a ton under the hood to help you as an admin be as efficient and effective as possible in growing your community. To do that, I'm going to go to my admin settings over here in the bottom left. One of my favorite features here is Heartbeat's access groups over here on the left sidebar. What access groups allow you to do is really thoughtfully slice and dice your community in different ways. Think about this kind of like making segments on your email marketing list, but more for your community. So I could go in and I could say, hey, I actually want to create a private mastermind group for some of my best members in the community. I'm going to go ahead and make this admin controlled so I can choose who gets access, and I can create some different discussion channels where only they're going to be able to chat back and forth. It's going to be called FM Insights, Introductions, Meta, and Questions over here. And now I've got an entirely private space in my community where I can work with these mastermind folks, and it's completely invisible to everybody else in my community. And this way, again, I can slice and dice and build different, pieces of my community. We use this in our own customer community to build things like interest groups so that you can jump in and find different areas that you want to get involved. But there's other ways that you can use this too. We've actually seen people use this to create fully automated groups where I could say, hey, let's grab all of my power users in my community. Heartbeat has a great template that's going to help me. And I actually want to give all these power users access to something special. So we're going to give them access to their own course called Affiliate Basics. And over here, I'm going to run an automated workflow so that when you join this group, we're going to automatically send you a direct message that says, hey, member first name, thanks so much for being such an active member in this community. Here's some extra stuff that you're going to get access to. And now I've got a full workflow built out where Heartbeat's going to automatically find out who my most active users are. We're going to give them access to different pieces of the community that nobody else has access to, and we're going to send them a direct message just thanking them as they jump in. We've seen people use this in a ton of different ways. You can even track members that are slipping away, send in some check-in messages, so a ton of ways that you can build great community management practices into these access groups. In addition to just creating access groups, I could even create paid memberships and paid products in my community. So to do that, all I need to do is navigate to the offers section of my settings over here, connect my Stripe account, and I can start creating offers directly inside of Heartbeat. I'm going to click this button in the top right. I'm going to click paid membership over here, and I can call this my premium membership. And I could even add in different tiers over here as well too. So I could say, hey, let's start this off at $50 a month. We'll also add in a $500 a year option, and I'm going to give access to, let's say, a specific course when you join this group. And I could then create another tier, and I can call this like my gold tier. And I can go ahead and increase the prices. So I can say, in this one, let's actually charge $75 a month, and then we're going to add in $750 a year. And we'll give you access to the marketing course, we'll give you access to a premium chat, and we'll give you access to bonus content when you do this. And so this way I could set this up, have Heartbeat really nicely manage and set up my offers. I can play around with the different toggles over here, create custom cancellation flows if I wanted to, and finish. And now when I'm done, all I need to do is copy this link and I can send this out to my members and they'll be able to actually go through, pay, choose their tier, and then get access to whatever they need to be able to actually go through, pay, and get access to my community. If I wanted to, I can even customize these links a little bit further. So I could go through and grab like a link that I customized a little bit earlier over here, copy this, and you can see what it looks like in a new window where I've got a full landing page actually built out over here with a video embedded, a little bit of social proof and a sales letter, and a place for people to actually purchase and grab access to my course. We've even got paid waitlists that you can build out directly inside of Heartbeat as well too. I could go and check that out and build that out if I needed to. You can build and manage paid affiliate programs inside of Heartbeat as well too if you wanted to. So tons of stuff that you can do to more thoughtfully monetize your community. And finally, Heartbeat allows you to automate a ton of manual work directly through the platform. To do that, all you gotta do is go to your settings and navigate to workflows over here, and you can create full workflows inside of your community. So to do this, I'm gonna go ahead and click this Create Workflow button over here. We've got quite a few templates just to help you out, and one of the most popular ones is sending like a welcome email sequence to new members, just helping them acclimate to the community and get a little bit more used to it. So this is gonna kick off whenever someone joins the community, but there's tons of different triggers that I could choose. I could even choose on sign up email captured, which essentially acts as like an abandoned cart workflow. I could do it whenever someone actually RSVPs to an event or when they complete a course or a specific lesson. So tons of flexibility. And over here, I've got emails that are sending out one after 5 minutes. It's fully personalized to the actual member with their first name, another one a day after they join, and another one 2 days after they join. I could even add more actions over here and say, you know what, let me also add a direct message into this as well too, and let's send this 3 days after they join, and that way we can send some emails and some direct messages to get members engaged as they first get started. There is no limit to the number of workflows that you can build out, and there's so many different ways that you can use this to get more engagement inside of your community. We've seen people do these like sequences. We've seen people even do different pop-ups inside the community like this, where you can create and set up pop-ups that show for your members and navigate and take them to the right places. So there's just a ton of ways for you to engage your members and build the experience that you want to see inside of your community. Whew, I know that was a lot. But don't worry, we are also here to support you every step of the journey. So you can reach out to our support team just by emailing us at support@heartbeat.chat. We've got video guides and write-ups on every single feature of Heartbeat to make it more approachable and easier to figure out by going to help.heartbeat.chat. And you can also book one-on-one calls with us. So if you ever need help, just reach out and we can give you a link to schedule a 15-minute call and help you get unstuck and make sure that your community business is a massive, massive success.